Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, wrestling fans and sports entertainment fans, welcome to the No Shave Man Cave. I'm ElliJare, and I just got done watching Monday Night Raw, and I feel like it did what it was supposed to do. It got us through, sort of streamlined some of the storylines, got some matches made, and all in all, I thought it was a decent show. Super jacked though about some of the news coming out that Indianapolis is going to be getting a WrestleMania or a SummerSlam or something. So super pumped about that. So my guy Nick, just letting you know, man, we are coming to town. We will be in 2025. The No Shave Man Cave will do our wrestling road trip, and we are going to go to Indianapolis. I don't think I'm going to be going to Vegas for WrestleMania this year, or for the subsequent WrestleMania. Um, but yeah, man, super excited to see Nick over there in Indianapolis. But anyway, so the show kicks off, and you sort of knew that it was going to be recap heavy, right? Because you're going into a pay per view, and you've got to get some storylines, you got to get some stuff kind of buttoned up. So now that we've got some of these storylines getting buttoned up, it's going to be interesting to see how we continue to manage some of this stuff. So I got a little bit ahead of myself here. I was thinking that Money in the Bank was this weekend, but it's going to be next weekend in Canada. So I mean, this is going to be really cool, and I think there'll be some like even more cool stories. We'll get a couple more shows with one more episode of Monday Night Raw, and actually two Monday Night Raw, one SmackDown, and I would imagine that something with NXT TNA could play out, which is awesome, by the way. So I hope everybody's checking out NXT Tuesdays from 8 to 10 Eastern on USA. So, and it's crazy to think the Black and Gold brand was once a show that you could only catch on the internet, and now they're arguably the third brand. And now with this TNA NXT crossover, I mean, there's so many different things you can do. So we've got coming out of tonight's Monday Night Raw, great crowd in Indianapolis, and the fact that they made sure that oh boy wasn't going to be there, and they're playing off that um, they're playing off that Pat McAfee, something is going on with him. So they're playing that off. Then you have reports coming out that we have Cody Rhodes dealing with an injury from the attack from Fatu coming off the top rope there. Man, that might be the best debut, because I thought the best debut was either the Road Warriors, LOD, or when we saw Kevin Owens come out, and just that, that was good stuff right there. So we got, coming out, we know that Chad Gable is okay. He tried to get Alpha Academy back together again, but then you saw at the end when he's standing there, and they probably faded to commercial not the right way, or production could have been a little bit different with that. So you have Diamond Mine, the Creed brothers, and Ivy Nile come down, out of the blue, and now they're laying the groundwork. And I think that would be phenomenal, because they're all world class athletes. They all look the part. So I think this could be really something that will stick around. So coming out of there, we know that we're going to have the Intercontinental title get defended. So this, we'll see the Intercontinental title get defended. Does Braun Breaker defeat Sami Zayn? I mean, he's tired of people getting into his business, so I mean, something to that could play out. You saw flashbacks again of the Wyatt Six, their debut, which I thought was awesome. They focused on Chad Gable, so there's something that ties this all together, which I want to see play out. I hope they don't rush it. I hope they take their time. I know we're backed up to a couple of weeks before pay-per-view, and you got to hurry something up or whatever. Like they're gonna hurry up and put Selena Vega and Liv in a world title match. So I mean, Selena hasn't been in the ring, but all of a sudden, she's gonna get a shot at the world title. Now we saw the return and maybe getting a little bit of revenge with Shamus taking out Kaiser, only for Braun Breaker to spear him when he was about to put him through the table. So, wow, that was something else. We saw Valkyria continue with her ascent up the ladder and in the food chain with the WWE on Monday Night Specific, and she gets the victory over Baszler. And I was hoping that they were going to push Baszler, but I guess we're not going to see that. Interesting, Kairi Sane was in there representing Damage Control, and we have, the former women's champion Asuka, who's on the rack for a little while, dealing with an injury. So it was good to see, them get some time on TV. Maybe not the way that you would want it, but hey, it happens, and she'll continue to move it along. We saw Liv a couple of times, and I mean, she's the world champion, so I mean, she's gonna be walking around doing her thing, so that's totally fine. You know, this match with Chad Gable being able to qualify for the Money in the Bank. Okay, it again, it does the job. It advances a storyline somewhere along the way, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just it's a thing, right? And you're like, well, how do you he was knocked out and bloody yesterday, but now here he is defeating two of the biggest dudes on the show. Well, he's a Olympic level athlete. Okay, fine, whatever. He hit the moonsault. He gets the 3, and he pinned Bronson Reed, not Braun Strowman. So now does that play into a storyline along the way? And then we saw Sister Abigail put a package right there in front of Michael Cole with a VHS tape, and we'll see what's on the tape. He sent it down to the production crew, and looking forward to seeing what's good with that. So we get the women's world tag team champions, and they came out the victor with the party crew, and this Uncle Howdy thing I think is really cool. If you haven't watched the documentary, the Bray Wyatt documentary, I would definitely give that a watch, and then have take some time, watch the some of the excerpts that they had, and the dude that made the masks sat with Bo Dallas, and they went through how they wanted to make the mask, the feelings and thoughts behind the mask, and just fantastic. I thought it was great, and this has a really excellent opportunity to be a fantastic storyline for a long time to come. Unless we rush it and we just like throw darts every freaking Monday. So, what's the end game for the Wyatt Six? What do we want to have happen? And let's back that up. Let's book it. When do we want to have? When do we want to have it finished? You know, do you want to do it in Florida? Do you want to do it at a WrestleMania? Do you want to do it at a, whatever? We did 2.5 years of the Bloodline. Do we have to rush the Wyatt Six? Well, people are going to get tired of it. No, 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 no. If you keep it interesting and you keep it evolving, just like they did the storyline with the Bloodline, and just as you thought you were about to get tired of it, boom, it changes. And, here we are, we're looking at a completely different Bloodline, and, CM Punk on Friday was like, you all aren't the Bloodline. All I see standing in front of me is a couple of fake-ass Usos. What? So, if we can continue on with this Bloodline story, and the WWE just trademarked Caesar Sikoa. So, I mean, that's going to be a tough one to swallow. And, he's coming into the role. He's starting to sort of feel it over there on SmackDown. Solo Sikoa is who I'm talking about in the Bloodline. Who just added Jacob Fatu. And I honestly, my hand is up, I'm not even going to lie, I was moderately concerned with Jacob Fatu because I've seen him in some matches where he looks so dangerous, and just the way he moves around. And when he did a match with Joey Janela, he threw that dude and he slammed into the guardrail and didn't move. And come to find out a little bit later on, that's what Joey wanted, or, allegedly. So there was no heat there. But, man, just wild. Long-time MLW wrestler, and obviously part of the Samoan bloodline, or the dynasty. So, hey, it's in his blood. That's all he knows. And you saw with the premium live events, a lot of them being international. This may absolutely hamper some of the storylines, because Jacob Fatu may not be able to compete at some of these events. So, but that's for another show. That's Friday. A couple of the big things that we really need to keep our eye on is Judgment Day. And with Mommy getting ready to come back, Dom is in this odd situation, and then what happens? Liv gets Judgment Day a tag team title match, and damn if she doesn't get involved, and Judgment Day walks out as the World Tag Team Champions. So now they're back with Tag Team Championships, and they have the World Tag Team Championship. Or I'm sorry, the World Heavyweight title with so they have the World Heavyweight Championship with Damian Priest. They've got the Tag Team Championship. And I don't know if Dominic has been cleared yet, but if they put a title on him, again, just like how when they did the North American title, I don't know. I think they leave that alone because with Mommy coming back, and that'll sort of play out along the way. And man, so Liv Morgan gets involved. We've got new tag team champions. We're gonna see Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship, which, I mean, that's gonna be a great match. And if Sami comes out the victor, I'm going to be really, really surprised. I think Braun wins his first title, then goes into a program with Shamus. Shamus gets the Intercontinental title that has forever eluded him. He's a two-time Grand Slam champion, and, I mean, he's already a Hall of Famer, right? But he gets that Intercontinental title That would be huge. Um, we're gonna we're gonna see them working Seth Rollins back in after his surgery and everything, and he's got a title shot in a couple of weeks against Damian Priest. So, whew, that's gonna be a fun one. Is there gonna be interference? Who is it gonna be? Is there gonna be someone backstage to get his back? Cody's gonna be there. Is he gonna get involved? Cody's got his hands full with Bloodline on Friday, but Cody's always into something. So it'll be fun to see. You know, you got a lot of moving parts with Monday Night Raw. The 3 hours, they're filling a lot of stuff, and I don't, quick squirrel with Raw moving to Netflix. It may not be on Mondays, but then if it's a streaming service, you can just watch it whenever, right? If you have the premium package, there won't be commercials, and it's going to go to 2 hours, and SmackDown allegedly is going to be 3 hours. So that is going to be something to kind of keep your eye on, because Monday Night Raw has been the flagship, but Friday Night SmackDown, the ratings have been much, much better. And with them leaving Fox here shortly and going to USA, and then NXT going to the CW, I mean, you like what? Come on, man! We're all programmed. We've got Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays for NXT, Wednesday is for AEW, Thursday is TNA Impact. Friday is SmackDown. Saturday and Sunday are pay-per-views. Sunday UFC pay-per-view. So, I mean, now we got to get reprogrammed. So it's man. And then you have New Japan. Whenever if you catch it on the app or through Access TV, I catch it through the app. I still have the app and watch some of the old matches and stuff. So. There's a lot of wrestling out there, a lot to really sink your teeth into, and as we move into the summer, first day of summer just came and went. We're getting ready for SummerSlam, and next thing you know, we're going to be on the road to WrestleMania. WrestleMania is going to be coming live and nationwide 2 days, and it'll be Easter weekend, and it is going to be 2 days in Las Vegas, and wow. So don't think I'm going to go this year. I think we're going to do SummerSlam or something along those lines instead of WrestleMania this year. So, but looking forward to it. Can't wait. And I think WWE has sort of hit a stride and really doing some good stuff with their writing. And they've got some new writers on the team. We've got a lot of talent coming back from injuries. And the one that we are all looking forward to, and we have a new friend of the show, Billy, and she is a huge Rhea Ripley fan, and I was talking to her wife, and I was like, yeah, I can see why. So Rhea Ripley, get ready to come back. I know Billy will be happy with that, and I don't know if Liv Morgan is going to be very happy. Dom, I don't know if he's going to be very happy, but that will definitely play out. And when mommy comes back, is she going to be with Judgment Day, or is she going to be rolling on her own? So I'm here for it. I'm looking forward to it. And hey, let us know what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Let us know how we can make the show better, because we're not going to get better without you. So let's keep it going. Let's sustain and maintain. And thank you so much for checking us out here at the No Shave Man Cave. Jay Tilley is going to be popping on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we're going to be doing a Saturday show. So looking forward to that. Thank you so much to everyone. Jake Hager, huge part of what we got going on right now. Thank you for your support, sir. And great to see you. The other night we were at the Osborne Center in Jacksonville with the BYB fights. They fight in a trigon. It's a triangle ring. And a guy, Jeremiah Williams out of St. Augustine, picked up the victory, so that was really cool. And huge props and massive thanks to our girl, Thunder Rosa. Thank you so much for coming in on the 22nd and letting us do our mental wellness check. And awesome show. Great to sit and talk with her and really let your guard down and realize it's okay to not be okay. And hey. And again, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for checking us out here at the No Shave Man Cave. I'm ElliJare, and until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you on the floor.